And hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment. Okay, well, basically we have like, what, 4 or 5 days left? 4 days if you want to count it. Of till Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. So I figure, why not talk about the movies that basically helped create this movie in the Harry Potter movie series. That's right, I'm going to start talking about all the Harry Potter movies. I'm going to try to do them before the movie comes out. So I'm going to start today with the first one, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, directed by Christopher Columbus and stars Rupert Grant, Emma Watson, and Daniel Radcliffe. Now, when I first saw this movie, I was like, I don't know how old I was, probably like around maybe 13, 12. I have no idea. I totally forgot how long it's been since I seen that first one. But yeah, that was a moment where I'm like, okay, this is very interesting. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't watch it. So I watched it, and then I didn't realize it was a book based off J.K. Rowling's work. I was like, me and books back then, we weren't friends. Just letting you know that we weren't friends. So I decided to just watch it, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty fun, magical. You know, it's like one of those moments where, like, if your parent told you, hey, listen, I grew up watching The Wizard of Oz, and I wanted you to watch it, and you watch it, and you're like, oh, this is a nice movie, but it's not for me, personally. And then you watch Harry Potter, and then you're like, wow, this is a lot better. This is my Wizard of Oz. That's how I felt with this movie. This was my Wizard of Oz. I mean, I've seen Wizard of Oz. Great movie, by the way. It's just that I felt like this was my generation. Kids who grew up watching Harry Potter, this is our generation of Wizard of Oz, back when Wizard of Oz was the thing. So, in this movie, you have Daniel Radcliffe playing Harry Potter, who's basically an orphan, who goes off to live with his aunt and uncle, and, you know, he's basically mistreated, because they know a secret about him that he doesn't even know. And then he goes and finds out that, you know, he's special. He's got special abilities. He's magic. So, until one day, this big giant guy comes by the name of Hagrid. He comes out of nowhere and says, listen, you're special, you're famous, where I come from, you're the man, and we want you to enroll in our school, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So he's like, me? Nothing special about me. What are you talking about? And, you know, he noticed things that he can do, you know, whether it be talking to snakes, making glasses appear from his cousin, because his cousin treats him badly. So, you know, so he decides, what the heck, let me go try it out. When he gets there, his mind is basically opened up, you know. He goes into this world, sees Diagon Alley for the first time, platform 9 3/4 in London, seeing another secret train, going to this magical castle, and learning that, you know, not only is he famous, that his mother and father were wizards as well. And then, you know, he starts getting curious, and then he meets his best friend Ron, then he meets Hermione. And, you know, when you first meet Ron is basically this sidekick, if you will, you know. Like, you know, you meet his best friend in school, and, you know, he's always cheery, but, you know, you notice he's also a nerd. That's how Ron is with Harry, you know. They bond really quick, and then they meet the awkward girl that really nobody likes, and they're like looking at her and like, wow, she's kind of weird up here, isn't she? But she's smart as heck. And then they have a friendship, and that becomes a bond that doesn't break, obviously, if you watch the rest of the movies. So, and then they find out that something is going on at the school. Now that Harry Potter's there, he's the most attractive thing there. I mean, obviously, he's so famous, and even he wonders, why am I so famous? I don't even know. And then he finds out that before he was, you know, when he was a baby, before he could even talk, he destroyed or made disappear this dark wizard by the name of he who should not be named, also known as Voldemort. And basically, that's why he's so famous, because he was the one who actually stopped him. I mean, obviously, you get the full story eventually down the road, but we'll get to that. But yeah, like I said, I like this movie a lot. Very cool. And once he gets there, he starts to really learn his magic. And, you know, it's not like, you know, when you at a school, you're learning something and you pick it up right away. He literally knows right away. He literally picks it up. I mean, even the supporting cast is awesome. You have Alan Rickman, who plays, you know, Professor Snape. I mean, the late great Alan Rickman, rest in peace. He plays Professor Snape. Brilliant casting. I remember reading the book. I was like, wow, this is actually him in the book. It's brilliant. And like I said, I enjoy this movie for what it is. It's fun. It's entertaining, and it basically opens the door for this magical universe that we're about to get. Because once you see the other movies, you're like, I appreciate that first one. Obviously, it's a little outdated now, because they have certain, the CG with certain creatures in it is kind of outdated a little bit, but it still holds up for what it is. But yeah, it's still, I mean, if it wasn't for this movie, we wouldn't have the rest of them. And, as the books came out, the movies came out, so I had fun watching this. And then I read the book. I was like, yeah, I gotta know more about the story. And then the books came out, and it's just a fun movie. I recommend it. If I had to score this movie, from 0% all the way to 10%. For the first movie, back then I would have gave it a 10, but seeing how I've seen it recently, it's getting kind of outdated just a little bit, but I still enjoy it for what it is because it's fun. So I'm going to be good to it. I'm going to give this movie 8% out of 10%. It's a fabulous movie. I really like this movie a lot, and I highly recommend watching it if you've never seen it. If you've never seen Harry Potter movies, and you're curious about this new thing, because maybe you like magic stuff or creatures and stuff like that, I highly recommend Harry Potter because honestly, Harry Potter just gets better and better as each movie comes out. So I highly recommend watching it. So there you go. There's my review for the very first Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the very first Harry Potter movie. And did you ever read the books? And what did you think about the books between the movies? Because I know there are differences between the book and the movie, obviously. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you, and stay tuned for the rest of them because I'm going to try to do my best to do all of them before Friday. So thank you, and have a good day.